It's 11:11 and you found this, which means you're guided here. Whether it was your intuition or spirits, your guardian angels, it matters not. Because in this reading you'll find a message that was meant for you. Whether it's just a small part of this message that will resonate with you or the whole thing, I know that you will find guidance and clarity. Maybe you don't know that you need to hear this yet, but I invite you to arrive in this reading with your open heart, open mind, open soul to receive and to embrace the guidance that you receive here. I will be using the Gypsy Tarot for your reading today. And before we start, I just want to thank you for clicking, for trusting your intuition, for joining me. I'm the Sacred Owl, and this is my inner space. And you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to join whenever you desire. Know that this space holds your energy, and we're all open for new souls to join us too. Anyway, let's start this reading. Let's understand what brought us here. Please clarify for the collective that arrive. What is the message? What is the guidance that they are meant to receive? What is this message about? Let's pull a card and try to understand the energy first, like a leading energy. The Fox. Interesting, because the Fox is a card that is here to warn us, whether it is a warn that relates to our own behaviors, whether it's a warn that relates to behavior of people that are in our friend circle, relationship circles, family circle. It's a card that is trying to tell us, slow down, not just your actions, slow down your words, slow down your thought process, because there is a calling for you to work with your intuition in order to notice things that are clearly there but you're missing, such as, since this card carries on this powerful meaning of, I'm trying to put this in a very soft, subtle way, but the truth is this card is warning us about who is surrounding us. So your intuition is telling you, please slow down and take a moment to observe the energies that are in the same space with you, whether it's on your house, with who you have a relationship with, is a good or new circle of friends, whether it's on your work. Because I feel that somehow you are experiencing small blockages or small energy drains, energy attacks, that they might be very subtle, but they might be interfering with your personal energy or with the energies of your relationship. Could also be work. All right, so there is a main calling, so we understand why you were brought here. Of course, we will be deep diving to try to funnel this message and understand who you should be observing, where you should be observing. All right, but this is the calling. All right, and before we enter this energy in depth, I want to ask you something. I want you to ask yourself something. If I could close my eyes right now and think about someone, somewhere that I have subtly been ignoring the person's energy, the place energy, where this place will be, who this person will be. Is my intuition trying to tell me something about a place I am going constantly, or a person that I'm seeing constantly, and I am ignoring that? So this is something I'm even inviting you to stop a reading for a second, answer for yourself, and then and then press play again, because I feel that this is going to be important question for our reading. Okay, let's dive. Please, where or who we should be looking at? I'm constantly hearing slow down, slow pace. It's all you need in order to see. And don't think that you're going to be able to see with your own eyes. This is something you need to see with your intuition and trust that. And it feels to me that you're not trusting what's coming. Hey, I have a snake here. One more card. I think I understand. I think I already know, but I want confirmation. Please confirm the snake. Please confirm. Yeah, I think I already know what we're talking about. It gives us more direction. The car. One more, please. Still don't understand. I understand what must be done, but I don't understand. Yeah, it is much like it is a person. Okay, I wanted the confirmation. It's so crazy because I thought about the page. I thought about this car and it came. It feels to me that for many of you, this could be happening on your work environment. Could it also be love relationships or overall personal relationships? If so, it is with someone, it is a person that we're talking about that you already know for quite a while, okay? Maybe someone that you have a certain level of trust. Am I feeling a best friend here? No, I'm not. Could be someone more rooted into your life. Nevertheless, the energy I'm picking up here, and I want to show you that, is the snake, the car, and the page, which means that this person is blocking a path you want to follow. It's almost like, I'm going to give you a small analogy. You're driving your car and suddenly you hit a spot on the road where the mountain has fallen and there's so many stones in the middle of the road. So you just turn around with the car and you take a U-turn and try to find another path or go back to where you were. The only thing that you thought that little blockage was an act of nature, but it wasn't. It was actually a small sabotage. There was someone up there waiting in the horizon for you to pass through, and they threw that stones to see you returning. So really, as I explained this to you, I'm seeing, to be honest, it's much more like I see someone inside of an office, and I don't know, it's an empty place. I'm not really seeing anyone inside in this moment. So I think that for many of you, this could be a challenge you're facing professionally. But I also pick up an energy of past relationships for some of you, or relationships that you maybe wondering if you should stay or go. All right. If so, it could be that you experience a deep desire and a deep resolution, and you say, you know what, that's time. I'm going. I'm breaking up. Don't want this person in my life anymore, or this friend anymore, let's say. But then when it comes to make the decision, or after you make the decision and communicate, something is making you walk backwards. Okay? Let's understand. Please clarify this page. Who is this person? Let's understand them. Tell me about them, please. Very powerful message. Tell me about this person, please. And later on, we'll understand what must be done to deal with this energy, okay? It is interesting because it is if we're talking about work environment with the mask of spell, we're talking about gossips, talking behind your back. Maybe I see you trying to improve, maybe getting a promotion, maybe I can even sense you sharing a little bit too much of your goals, and there's someone that wants what you want, desires what you desires to achieve, and they go behind and then talk about it. So I'm picking him in the strong energy, and if you've been here in one of my readings, you know that this is not the kind of message that comes often for me. But when it comes, and I'm here just to, yeah, to deliver the message. Beginning of the Gypsy Society once more, and the fish. A person that does not wants to see, and it's not just about you, okay? If it is in a working space, it's a person that does not likes to see other people improving, rising, achieving their abundance, and receiving gratification. All right. Because they don't feel that they are capable of doing the same. What is the advice here? I think there's one more card. I'm sorry. Before the advice, there's one more card I must pull. I don't know what it is, but I know I do, so I can ignore that. And I think it relates to relationship. We're talking about a loving relationship. Let's see. Let's understand. Judgment. Okay. One more, please. Gypsy Barrel. If you see yourself, if you recognize this energy in your personal relationships, love life, family life, etc., it could be that this person is extremely authoritarian. And when I pulled the Mask of Spell, I heard something. They know how to exhaust someone through talking. Could be that every time you try to have a dialogue with this person, eye to eye, balanced conversation, things get out of the hand. Could be because there is a sort of aggressive communication, but could also be because they could be a kind of the person that they keep talking and talking and talking and not letting you express yourself. And after 10-15 minutes, they are the only ones saying something, and you're so exhausted. They are authoritarian. I don't understand the judgment in this context, so I'm going to need one more card and we'll get the advice, okay? Clarify the judgment, please. I'm not moving this card. I'll keep the fox has the leading energy of this reading. This is a very powerful reading, guys, because what I'm feeling here is that as you arrive here, you're guided here. You need to hear that, and for some of you, I think that for those that are in a professional setup, and are facing this energy, I feel that you're more unaware of this blockage. But I feel that for those that are in a relationship with someone like that, you are super aware, but it's sort of like you need an extra push. You need to know that whoever protects you, whoever guides you, whoever you feel that is there, shining light on you in moments of difficulty, they want you to know, they wanted to hear, and they want you to know that this is not for you. Okay, I don't see a positive energy here at all coming from this person. They're very how can I say this? They're just who they are, and they're not going to change. I think that's the best straightforward way. This is the card, the Chariot, asking for movement. Okay. Please clarify how to deal with this challenge. Final advice, please. We have the card here, which is already telling that the situation is not going to move, but let's understand, in case you're in a professional environment, we need more cards. For those that are in a relationship, guys, take this as your final advice, please. The Chariot, all right? They're asking you to move on. This is not going to change. Please move on. Okay, if you feel exhausted, if you feel drained, if you feel that, move on, okay? Let's still pick up more cards and see if there is something else need to be said, but For those in a professional environment, please, what is the advice? I'm gonna flip the card as well inside. Beautiful reading, strong but beautiful. It's real, very real, the energy. 7 paths. Okay. One more card, please. I will show you soon, okay? And I have the Judgment. They're asking you here. 7 Paths of Destiny is a card of opportunities. And not just opportunities, but it's almost like, first and above all, you have other ways of achieving what you want. You don't need to let everybody know what you want to achieve. You can get the promotion and be more subtle, be more discreet as you approach that, okay? There are other ways of, if you want to change the work, all right, and you're trying to network inside of your workspace, there are other ways as well. Okay, maybe I feel someone that's trying to network where they are already, but maybe what you got to do is whether to take the people you want to network away from that environment, okay, and be very discreet, very subtle in the way you approach them, all right, or you need to start networking somewhere else and understanding that this is not the only way, all right. They're asking you to have a sort of sit down with yourself, to clarify to yourself, not to others, okay? It's really you with you, what kind of options you have here, all right? And bear with me, guys. One more card. Kind of like this reading, it's very powerful. I have a very cool outcome. I have the Tree of Life, which is a card that speaks about manifestation, which confirms that you are able to manifest that. It's just that you're only looking towards one direction, and it does not mean that you can do it the way you're trying to do. It's just that you must understand that every single path leads you to something different sometimes, or even maybe the same place, but they have different challenges. All right, if you do, you got to be very aware that if you do that throughout where you are, you're going to find a lot of difficulty. It does not mean that you're going that you're not going to be successful. It means that you're going to go through a lot of difficult. Maybe there are other paths that will offer you other challenges. They're more gentle, okay? So you need to know that, but you are able to manifest, okay? It's just that be more aware of who you share this, okay? The blockage is there, okay? It's real. It's real. And it's not something that you're doing to yourself. And I feel that for some of you that are in a work environment facing this energy, it's not something you're doing to yourself, okay? There are other energies that can inflict on our energy. You can definitely work with your guides and yeah, push this energy away, but it's still gonna be there, you know. So it's the swim, the walk is gonna a little bit harder than there would be, okay? But be aware of that energy. Final card. I have the Gypsy Tent, which is a card that asks you to go into hermit mode. It's a Virgo card. Do things slowlier, but constantly. And no one needs to know where you want to be, where you want to go, all right? Know who are your enemies, you know? They don't need to become your best friends, you know? You don't need to befriend them, but you need to know who they are, all right? And retreat and think through how can you approach things in a different way. I love this card because there's a star right on the top, and this star, it's also the universe and represents the universe, represents spirits that are calling us to take care of ourselves, our matters, the things that they're important to us. And this is a calling for you. And I can only hope that this brought you the clarity, the guidance that you need. And if you appreciate the message here, if this was meaningful to you, please leave a like or maybe hype this video, and consider to join here our beautiful family and subscribe. By liking and hyping, you're helping my work, helping this video to find other people as well. Can only hope that this helped you. If so, let me know here in the comments. Okay? Bye-bye.